think we are live now. Oh my God. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. Welcome to my humble abode, don't you know? We're doing this all remote, as you do know. It's been a wacky kind of week. It's been a very hectic kind of week. We've been banging on so much about the Choice FM quest, about getting that name. I keep saying our because it was our, I was part of it. Remembered. Especially for the young ones as well, remembered that there was this iconic radio station that wasn't just about music, it was helping initiatives. It was gunning out there to, build up awareness of certain illnesses or whatever was going on in the African Caribbean communities. And we did a great job, if I do say so myself. Now, we're getting this plaque together. We've got the plaque, and we're going to be having a big ceremony in October. You're going to be hearing more of that because there was a walkathon organised today. Look at them, Daddy Ernie and Martin J, DJ Martin J. Excellent duo. There's others that are behind that not being attributed to, and I can say their names. You're probably going to see Wayne later on as well, but there's Lorna, there's Millie, there's other people that contributed so much behind the scenes as well, not to mention all of the former Choice FM DJs who helped, sort of like raise that up there to get people to donate. And it's hashtag Choice FM at blueplaque.com. This is all good. Yeah, it's all good. GoFundMe, check it out, keep funding. I can truly tell you, as went earlier today, over £5,700 has been raised. The target was 5, but I've got to tell you the truth, it's going to go over because it's about giving to a particular initiative, African Caribbean Leukemia Trust, who Choice FM took under their wing, if you will, and helped to spearhead that to get people to, awareness of this donating, livers or kidneys or whatever. Only we can have each other's. Only we can have each other's, yeah? So there wasn't enough on the register. So the bone marrow organisation in the country said, hold on, it's got to be your own people that can donate and give that because, they can't do it. So we went along and backed this initiative, and this is where the money's going to. Such a great initiative. And Beverly and Orin, parents of Daniel DeGale, how it first started, he needed a transplant, and he got one in the end. But, unfortunately, through other tributes, we lost him. But that doesn't matter. They're keeping up that particular initiative, that charity, and we want to see that going. So it's all good. So who's on the rest of the show? I have to do the tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Of course I do. Salutations to Chadwick and his family. I have to also look, oh my gosh, look at him. And I also had such an emotional day today because there's a few tears at Borough High Street with Choice FM. Sorry if I don't look quite right. Then also, we're talking to students though. They're about to head into college and universities, and how is it for them? It's all about still being masked up now and this going on, but also new environment as well. And with the issues of the pandemic, the virus is still out there. So, how are they feeling and how are they doing? So we're going to be talking to a few of them later. We've got the Gospel Explosion, our gospel guru, Annette B, is on the show. May I just say this because I'm missing him, but we just, he's not able to join us. He's not around he's not anything. He's not ill or anything. Anthony, Dark Persuader, wherever he is, if he can catch us wherever he's doing, whatever he's doing, it's for a good purpose why he's not here, because he'd be here. So so he's not around. So we're going to try and continue doing his bit as well, best as I can. It's all good. Round up with the Choice FM walkabout and who I spoke to and everything else. And it was, as I said, it was quite emotional. But you know, Wayne Marshall and Crossfire, they had a few bits to say. Can we get that on?
Oh gosh, yo, this is Edwin here with Other Crossfire out of Barbados, bigging up my crew. Yeah man, you don't know. Choice FM, congratulations on the Blue Heritage Award. Well deserved. The entire posse, Martin J especially, big up respect. You don't know. You've been there for the Caribbean people. You've been there for the masses all over the world, bringing us all together as one. Well deserved. Congratulations to Choice FM. Keep keeping on, Martin J and the entire crew. We know you still got the spirit flying. Bless up.
Hey, this is Marshane, the artist formerly known as Wayne G-Spot Marshall, and I'd like to say big up to all the original Choice FM crew, friends and family. I'm sure you guys listened to Choice back in the day, especially the early 90s. Well, Choice FM is about to receive their blue plaque for the building, the original building in Brixton. So all of you, please follow and check the information for hashtag Choice FM blue plaque. That's Choice FM blue plaque, and let's get it all the way there. I mean, they definitely helped to take my record to top 30 in the national charts and #1 charts all over the place. So I'd like to see them get a blue plaque, and I'd like to see all of us there. I'm looking forward to the celebration. So listen, follow the hashtag Choice FM blue plaque, and I'll see you there at the celebrations.
Aaron Boseman, let's go with the flow. Chadwick Aaron Boseman was born in November 1976. Now, he was an American actor, we know this, but there's more to him. He was born and raised in South Carolina, and he took up acting professionally after he studied directing at Howard University. This guy went to Howard University, and that's what my daughter's doing that right now. Can I just say that she's got a distinction? She's going to come on later to talk about that. She's going to Bruno University. Let's talk about my man right now. So he was asked to come to Howard University, one of their graduation ceremonies, and talk about his time there, but more about his time there and then, what he's doing right now. So can we get this bit with Chadwick at the Howard?
Many of you will leave Howard and enter systems and institutions that have a history of discrimination and marginalization. The fact that you have struggled with this university that you love is a sign that you can use your education to improve the world that you are entering. I can think of no better place to be right now after the Black Panther and Avengers campaigns than to return and participate in these graduation ceremonies with you. Howard University. I was riding here and I heard on the radio somebody call it Wakanda University. Almost anything can happen here.
Absolutely. Look, at almost anything could happen there. He made a lot of little things that perhaps us here in England didn't really know or see as well. So in television, he made guest appearances and was a series regular on Lincoln Heights. I don't know if anybody knows about that. This is American TV, though. So that was between 2008 and 2009, and Persons Unknown in 2010. Now in film, Boseman's breakthrough, we all know it. It came as, it's not what you think, it's not Black Panther. His breakthrough role came as baseball player Jackie Robinson. Yeah, in the biopic. Biopic 42, that's 2013. 2013, and then he continued to. That was one thing that made all the directors and producers, who's this guy? Who's this guy that can act? Who's this guy? Let's see a bit more of him. So anyway, Boseman breakthrough role came there. He continued to portray historical figures, and he starred in Get On Up in 2014. Has James Brown. Get on up. Move on down, get out, you know, James Brown, and that's 2014, and then and also Marshall in 2017. But of course, Supreme Court Justice and Thurgood Marshall. We all know the biggest thing, and that all of us, especially the young ones, would rarely remember him and know him for, obviously, was Black Panther. But can you look what he's done? And if you've done any study of the guy, you could see that, hold on, he didn't use overnight success in Black Panther. This man knows his onions. He's been doing things, you know. So, of course, that came through. And then it was also amazing. This is live TV, and this is how it shouldn't be. People are watching me live, and they're calling me. Oh, I didn't have my phone off. Anyway, there you go. So he appeared in 4 MCU films, and including the 2018 film. The Image Award that he won, NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture, and a Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture. Now, he also went on he headlined the film in film 21 Bridges 2019 and portrayed a central character in The Five Bloods in 2020. So he's done other things. It's not just about the Panther. His final film, though, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, is scheduled to be released soon, you know. That's scheduled to be released soon. In that film, you will probably then realize and see that he's something's, you know, probably happening there. But anyway, you know, Chadwick was diagnosed in 2016 with the colon cancer, but he kept it on a down low. Just close people of that, it's mainly family, he told. Certainly not his business world. Carried on going for auditions and doing films and you know, auditioning and actually rehearsing and what have you. And nobody really knew this. He's just so strong, this guy. But he was receiving treatment at the same time, but still doing this thing. It's a 4-year battle we're talking about. 4-year battle. One could suggest that if the virus hadn't come through, could he still be getting that kind of treatment? Could he still be getting it? I don't know. You know, we can't judge. But anyway, he was born to Carolyn and Leroy Boseman, both African-American. His mother was a nurse and his father worked as a textile factory, managing an upholstery business, as well as, according to Chadwick himself, DNA testing, you know, indicated that some of his ancestors were from, this is what his dad did, wanted to go back into the roots, from Creole, K-R-I-O, people from Sierra Leone. Mm-hmm. And also from Yoruba, people from Nigeria, bang. And Limba, people from Sierra Leone as well. So that's quite a bit of, you know, directions there in the DNA. He graduated from T.L. Hanna High School in 1995. His junior year, he wrote his first play. It's called Crossroads. He's a writer as well, called Crossroads, and staged it at the school after a classmate was shot and killed, and he felt it, and he said, I've got to write something about this. So you knew he had what he had in him for the longest time. He lived in Brooklyn at the start of his career, and he works as a drama instructor in the Schomburg Junior Scholars Program, and housed at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture in Harlem. That's New York, 2008. Then he moved to LA to pursue his acting career. So, you know, he's done a lot. And TV films that we won't even know about because it was just done in America and what have you. You haven't got it over here. We didn't have it over here. But so much that he did before he got, not the break, he had the break before, but this amazing international iconic break that put together Black people saying, about time, wow, we. And that's what we all did. About time, wow, we, yeah. So that's iconic, and he's left a legacy, and we have to honor that. And we thank Chadwick Aaron Boseman for what he's done, and we salute him. I get emotional again. Let's go for a quick break. Okay, now this part of the show we talk to young people, and I just did something to talk about this young man that also inspired young people. But we have a set of students who are about to venture out there after the lockdown in the UK here. Colleges and universities were closed. Some of the schools were open for a little while in June, but colleges and universities were certainly closed. There was a big debacle about people getting in and what's going to happen with people getting in and what have you. But you know what? It's all good. These people got through. So let me now get them on board. Let's see Jasmine, let's see Cheyenne, and let's see Shane. Can we have you here? Oh, I'm being told they're not quite ready. All right, no problem, no problem. We've got Annette B. We're going to switch it. We're going to have them a bit later. Not quite synced in with them yet, but we've got our gospel guru. She's waiting in the wings, and I want to talk to her about everything and loads of things. So, Annette B.
Hey, hi, Pam.
I'm saying to myself, you know, oh, bless you. And how have you been? I've got to keep saying that. How have you been?
I've been okay, you know, really bouncing back after this season that we've been all going through, you know, but God is still God, and God is still to be praised through it all, in spite of everything.
But you have been slightly busy, Annette. You haven't been just sitting on your laurels.
Yes, well, so much has been happening in the gospel world. You know, just last week we had the Birmingham Sports and Cultural Day, Stead Wallen Memorial. It was totally amazing. And a bit later on, you're going to see some clips from the actual event. And I'm going to be talking to the director himself, Terence Wallen. So you'll learn more. It's so moving. It's joyous. It's honouring Stead Wallen all at the same time. And
you look really glamorous. You look really healthy. You look great. You absolutely do. You know, I mean, we have to talk about each other and what we're doing, because they're telling us that we're catching it on rapid and we're thinking. But, you know, I think a lot of us are still, you know, doing well. We're making sure we keep ourselves, you know, healthy and active.
Yes. You look amazing too, as always, Pam. Hey.
Look, I come from this walk and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like this, and I said, "All Saint ain't ready yet." She goes, "Nah, you're ready. You look fine."
You do. You always look amazing.
But I had to do it, and I had to get involved. But I spoke to a lot of them. But it's all about that. Some people got very scared, Annette, about, you know, really pinpointing about our communities and things. But I find that we are still keeping up. These people, 10 miles they did today.
Wow.
And they paid for it. And I saw a lot of water drinking going on, and fruit being and we are all doing this, I think, and that's what we have to do. And you said by God's grace too. Yes,
amen. We have to look after ourselves, you know, and we have to do things for the community. We can't all be about I. It's got to be about we. Collectively coming together is a community. It's a village. It's amazing.
So introduce us to what we're going to see just now.
Yes, well, coming up right now, it's the 22nd year of the Birmingham Sports and Cultural Day, Stead Wallen Memorial. The founder of the event, Stead Wallen, sadly passed away 3 years ago, more or less to the date, while he was in the midst of preparing for the 19th event. So we have combined the Birmingham Sports and Culture Day. May I add, it's the longest community event in Birmingham, even longer than Handworth Carnival. You know, it's just amazing. And so take a listen to I can only give you a snippet because it actually went on for 6 hours, Pam. So 6 hours, we've only got a little snippet. And then in another session, we'll come back to the Birmingham Sports and Cultural Day. So have a listen, take it in, and enjoy.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome back to the Gospel Explosion. We're here for another day. And I have the amazing, none other than Terence Wallen. He is the director of the Birmingham Sports and Cultural Day. How are
Hey,
you?
Anna. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure being on your show. That's what the pleasure is.
Oh, right. Well, this is a Gospel Explosion segment of the Lifestyle Show here on Bean TV. And you just recently had an event that took place Bank Holiday Sunday. Tell us a bit about that, Terence, and how it was birthed.
All my life. So this Sunday, the Bank Holiday Sunday, we had the 22-year celebration of the Birmingham Sports and Cultural Day, which is the longest standing independent event in Birmingham. 22 years been running consistently in the same venue, at the same venue as well. It's been hands apart for 22 years. And it's also 3 years since the passing of my brother, who was the event director prior to his passing. And I was always the assistant director. So the memorial and the day now coincide because he passed away on the day before the event. So we celebrated this year, and I must say this year to me was probably the most spectacular year. It really was. It was in every sense. It was touching. It was emotional. We obviously we had to go in line with the COVID constrictions.
Yeah.
Hence we're having this conversation miles apart now. Well, we had to go right, but we had to follow the rules of the land. So it wasn't allowed to have. So we had to do everything very much behind closed doors. So we had the cricket behind closed doors. So very much no audience and everything else. But the coming together of this event and streaming it live, I just can't believe how great it really was. And the feedback I've had is out of this world. You know, the people know. I know we passed over 1,000 views already. You know, I think the people that watched it had a sense of at the event. You know, other than the smell of, there was no smell of jerk chicken, but it was a Sunday, so there would have been a smell of chicken in everyone's house anyway, really. But you know, to have everything still in place, the cricket to be played and streamed live, this, you know, the sound system, the artists, the speakers, everything, you know, everything was just perfect. And I must say, and I cannot speak without giving credit to the GX team and the team behind the scenes. Honestly, they are an immense team, hardworking team, very powerful and technical team. Because some of the stuff with them I didn't know existed, and that's the God's honest truth. You know, some stuff blew me away. There's a point when I was actually behind, like watching the production, I was doing this. I was like, and I could see the beautiful Paris, like clicking buttons and switching, and you know, over to African, over to Dessa, and over to Jamaica, and I'm just in awe, you know. And I gotta thank the team really, because the team took a lot of weight off my shoulders, and that's the God's honest truth. Took a lot of weight. You know, it's an emotional day for me, as you know. It's a day where over the last 22 years, well, over the last 3 years, well, over the last 22 years altogether. So it's a day that I'm on my feet all day, doing a lot of stuff, run up and down, doing this, being everywhere, being dragged everywhere as well to do this and to do that. And, you know, first point of contact for every authority, first point of contact for every individual. But since working with the GX team, a lot of weight have been taken off my shoulder. So, you know, I can sort of narrow down my focus on the things that really need to be done. And the, you know, GX team will take care of the things that they're very good at. So technically, to be able to have this event, still keep my brother's memory alive, because another thing that I have to recognize is that because of COVID, there's a possibility that we could have had no event.
Yeah.
And we would have done something, but it wouldn't have been of no magnitude.
Yes.
But you know, evidently I would have done something, because it was impossible not to do something. But to actually still have the event. So to me, we still have the whole event. I don't see it as no different from every other year. So I'm not counting, oh, it's a COVID year, but we had the whole event. They had music, they had sound system, they had speakers, they had everything that would have had over the last 22 years. So it also makes me feel like all the hard work my brother started put in over the years is still continuing. The only thing is that we streamed it live. So, and to be fair, we reach more people live than we would physically, because physically, obviously, you're still going to be restricted in numbers in the park and so on and so on and so on. Whereas streaming live, you reach everyone everywhere. everyone every single way. You know, it's different from having to say to someone, you missed it. And say, yeah, because obviously I'm in America, so I didn't get to come to the event. People are coming to the event from America. You know, my phone has not stopped ringing. The love I've had and the feedback I've had since that day. I'm still buzzing. I swear, I'm still buzzing right now. I'm still buzzing.
Hey! Wait! Oh my gosh! Oh, Terrence, I tell you, it's an honor and a privilege. You know, Stead brought me on board. You know, to bring in the gospel to the event, and you know, I told you after he'd gone that I'm not going to leave you, and I meant that. And this is publicly, we're not going to leave you. The Duet Squad are behind you all the way.
Oh.
And with that, we're going to see a few clips of the event. Check this out.
Hey, what's going on, everybody in the UK? This is Bria Miles, and I got to give crazy love to Gospel Explosion. Let's go.
But yeah, man, it's a nice day and I give thanks, you know. Gotta give thanks, man. It's 22 years in the making and 3 years since the great Stead Wallen passed. So it's kind of a surreal moment after doing the event without him, but well, without him physically, I must say. But he's very much here in spirit, you know.
Yo, this is the Birmingham Sports and Cultural Dinner. Stead Wallen Memorial, 22 years. Gospel Explosion, you see it? Yeah, right now I just want to big up and thank Terrence and Anik B for inviting me on their platform. You see me? Yeah, read them up. You don't know we sent time to the spiritual Rambo. With the gospel of Jesus Christ. Me the pan, yo. Yeah. One leg in, one leg out, now go do it. Full time for the church, to hit the street. In all the world, I send me to preach and teach and preach. To Jesus Christ, we go all out. Dance to follow. Christ, me a follow. JOECYCWE. Oh yeah, let them know. Incomparable, indescribable, indestructible, indefensible, indisputable, unchangeable, undeniable, yeah. You are my Lord and my Savior. Nothing I can be between us. Because of me I get delivered, and I get to tell like a river. You are my Lord and my Savior. Nothing I can be between us. Because of me I get delivered.
Stead Wallen Foundation, which is all about the preservation and the legacy of the great Stead Wallen. I'm just want to say my brother Terrence, blessed love and honor and respect, you know. I'm looking forward to seeing you all there next year. So if each one teach one, I'll come together, make we be strong. Visions, oh visions, try make it rain till peace come. Selassie I live.
I'm so blessed, I am so blessed, I'm so blessed, yeah. I'm alive today, yeah. It's a testimony, God has made a way, made a way for me, I lift my hands and say, how great you are, how great you are. I lift my voice and say, how great you are, how great you are. So glad that you love me, so glad that you care for me. You gave your life for me. That's why I say I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed.
The Bible tells us that man that is born of a woman, it is a few and full of trouble. The whole wide world's in trouble. Mikey Radical, our new writer. The world is troubled. I'm living ain't easy. The world is troubled. Uptown, downtown, and all around.
You got to believe me, the world is troubled. Living ain't easy. I said the world is troubled. You got to believe me.
To the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, things are getting tread. The young and the old are lose control of what take them head. But the evil them I think when them I lie down in them bed. The Bible tells us that man that is born of a woman. It takes a few and full of trouble.
Wide world's in trouble.
Mikey Radical, out new rider.
The world is troubled. Living ain't easy. The world is troubled.
Uptown, downtown, and all around.
You got to believe me. The world is troubled. Living ain't easy. I said the world is troubled. You got to believe me. Cast away all evil spell. Don't be a hero, you will end down in hell. You got your troubles and I got mine. Let's work together to make it right. Being sure of the thing.
Wow. You know what? You was having a fantastic time. You looked like you was in awe of everything, and it looked so fantastic.
It really was. I mean, I've spoken to several people, and you know, they said they were tuned in for the full 5 hours. Some tuned in for the 6 hours. They were just so, you know, so in tune, so indulged. It was just amazing seeing the community. We had secular artists, gospel artists, but we're going to show some more on another episode when we're back here with you, Pam. So God is good. It was nice seeing the community come together, and from all around the world as well.
Yeah, and that's the main thing, unification. Yes, all of us getting together and really making our presence seen and known.
It was just amazing. Everybody was on a high, you know, the GX team working behind the scenes, doing the production. God bless all of you, Chantal, D-Shy, Paris, Anne-Marie, and our Hazel finishing it off on this side. So, you know, we just got to big up the GX squad and all of the Birmingham sports and cultural team, the cricket team. You saw the cricket going on in the background. It was just amazing. It really was. And the weather held up because it was raining all week.
God was blessing the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We had speakers from Jamaica. We had Dwayne McCoy and Sydney Barty. You know, we had a poem. We'll show it on the next episode when we come back to the Birmingham Sports and Culture Day, by Dave Wilkes, which showed the history and photos of Stead. It was just so poignant. It was just so nice. And, you know,
you're just like emotional. You're getting me.
Yeah, it was, you know, how I got brought into it. Stead and Terence, his younger brother, have been doing this for a number of years at Handsworth Park, but he wanted to bring in the gospel to the event, so he asked around for who could bring the gospel, like a promoter, and some people recommended myself. So I only got to work with him for about 4 or 5 years, and then he passed. So it was just so heart-wrenching. He was such a nice young gentleman, you know, really working hard for the community, not getting paid, giving up his time and his talents and his gifts. And, you know, and just for him to pass away, you know, while, you know, his brother Terence was the one that actually found our Stead, and he was surrounded by the paperwork for the Birmingham Sports and Culture Day. So he was dedicated to the last minute when he took his final breath. So that's why we have to keep saluting him and making sure that his legacy lives on, because not a lot of people give up their time for the community, and he did.
And it will. His legacy will live on, and through your what you're doing there, every effort that you're making and others, it will live on.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you. What I'm going to say, you know, every time I see you, you still also bring something in me as well. You know, you're blessed everything, and you're great, and you're doing such a wonderful thing. And every time you come on the show, it's just a wonder. Thank you.
Bless you, and bless you too, Pam, because if it wasn't for this show, the Lifestyle Show, we couldn't be airing it like how we've just did, and with our featured music video. So thank you so much, Pam, and keep doing the great work that you're doing too.
Take care, darling. And we physically, maybe next year, we're
miss our hugs. Miss our hugs.
Thank you, darling. Bless up.
Yeah. God bless. Peace out, everyone.
All right, let's just go for a little quickie break. This is good. We're going to talk to some youngsters now. And when I say talk to youngsters, the inspiration that are older people that we've just had on the show and who I've been speaking to about, Chadwick Boseman as well. So let's hear what they have to say. This is about the UK opening up colleges and universities and saying, okay, go in. Yeah, but at the same time, be mindful. Mm-hmm. So here we go. Jasmine and Cheyenne, are you with me?
We're here.
Hello there. How are you, ladies?
We're good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine, thank you very much. I think I'm frozen with Jasmine. Are you okay, Jasmine? Can you see? Are you flowing with me? Let me hear you talk. You're muted. Jasmine's muted.
Can you hear me now, guys?
We can hear you.
Cheyenne, you need to train Jasmine how to put on the unmute button. So here we go. How are you feeling? I'm going to go with Jasmine first, only because of the university. So Jasmine, from college, university, there was a lot of fuss about how students were graded. Were you involved in that debacle? Did you have any kind of qualms to say, hold on, why are my grades low? Were you not involved? Did that affect you at all?
Yeah, that didn't affect me at all, actually. My teachers always said that if worst comes to worst, they're just going to look at our previous work and then they're just going to grade us on that. But they never said anything about, grading us lower because of our area and the stuff I was hearing over social media about how people were getting lower grades due to their area, I think. And I was just like, yeah, no, we didn't have any complications with that, to be honest.
You got approved of a distinction, no doubt. What university are you joining?
I'm going Brunel University. It's in Uxbridge, and I'm studying film production.
Wow. Okay, now let's turn to Cheyenne. Now, you're coming from secondary school into college, so this is huge. How have you been feeling about it? Not only are we talking about getting into from a high school into now the adult domain in education, but then this COVID hit us, and then it was a lockdown, and then it was this and what have you. Did you get any impact on any of your grades at all, first of all?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to receive my BTEC results for my first year, so I still haven't received them up until this day, and my teachers haven't been able to give me an update, so it's a bit worrying for me because I don't know how I've done. I don't know what progress can be made into my second year. So I'm just a little bit worried to go back to college because it's the anticipation of what did I get, and what didn't I get.
So when you know there was that little remission bit when we first were told all the colleges and schools and everything must close. Didn't your tutors call you and say you're looking all right, that you should be able to pass if they're going to keep, leave it down to us to grade you?
Due to my subject, which is applied science, I had to continue doing online classes and online assessments. So I technically finished in June, and then I got an email in August, which is when we were supposed to get our results, saying that I won't get my results until I get back to college. And they didn't have a reason why or anything. So it was a bit upsetting and a bit worrying because everybody around me had the results. They knew what the path was looking like, what the future was looking like, and I didn't.
So again, I'm going to say to you that most of the colleges and universities will start in back end of September. You can't be sitting there not knowing. What are your moves to find out what's going on?
I have to wait until I go back to college, which is next week.
So you're
when I go back.
Right. So this is amazing. So you don't know your grades. You don't know your dates. If you don't even know if did you go for certain colleges, or did you put your name down for them, and have you got a response even to say that they're going to keep your place open a bit? Or I'm just trying to ascertain how's it going.
I put my name down for Westhurst because originally I wanted to do photography, but I just changed from that. There was another college I was looking at, which was St. Dom's, but I just chose not to go to there. I just didn't feel like it was the right place for me, so I shifted towards Westhurst. I have my timetable and everything, so my place is there. I'm enrolled.
So you thought your place. So you are the ones that are unsure. Jasmine is sure. Jasmine has got her date. When are you going in, Jasmine?
What day? I don't think I heard correctly. But
Sorry,
my day, I'm gonna.
When are you going in? You've got your date.
Oh yeah, the day. So I start on the 21st, but it's virtually to the 25th. And then after that, I won't be able to enter the university because of the pandemic. So they're gonna do us online. But I should be starting on the 28th. After that, and that's when my first actual course will start. Yeah. So
Let me get this right. So you're still doing the virtual. When you do go in, when you get the date, you have to be masked and you have to still have that sort of cautious approach. How is that going to perhaps get involved with your studies?
yeah. Recently, they sent us an email telling us that our course is going to be done virtually, so we won't be able to go inside the uni unless we have a lecture. But for my course, we already have that many lectures. We only really have like once a week, so we won't really be going into the university much. And they said that they're sorry that we didn't get to have the full experience, but there's nothing they can do about it. That's how we're going to have our uni.
Yeah. How do you feel about that though, Jasmine? Really, how do you feel about that? That you get fully packed.
I am quite sad. I am quite sad because I didn't want to have the full uni experience. It's a shame that I don't get to meet new people. Well, I will be meeting new people, but it will just be over Zoom calls like this. But it's all about adapting to new surroundings and to it, and hopefully maybe next year I'll be able to go into the uni and experience it. So hopefully it changes soon, but that's how it's going to be, and I've just got to accept it even though I'm not happy about it.
And Cheyenne, you really are just in limbo. I mean, what can we say? But again, I'll still say, how are you feeling anyway that you can know that it's just there. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to go into, college like that and carry on your studies. How do you feel about the whole thing? I mean, there's something positive, although it may look negative right now, but isn't there something positive about the fact that you probably know you have got in. It's just that you have not been told you've got in.
Yeah. In my personal opinion, I know that I did well. I know that my grades are good. So I know that regardless of the unclear temporary even though it's temporarily unclear, I know within myself that I have a future. I have a positive path that I'm going down. So I literally just have to wait and see and hope for the best.
Yeah. You sound like a fighter. Cheyenne sounds like, you lot don't mess me about. If I haven't got that, I'm going to do that. And this is a positive thing. Can I ask you, both of you two, to other young people that may be listening to them, some of them in the category of Cheyenne, not even knowing, but some of them even in your category, Jasmine, they know they're going through, they're still anxious. Give me, in the brief as you can, your positive things to any of your own peer group with your own situation. Let me kick off with Jasmine.
I would say have an open mind. It's a new experience. You're going to be doing your course online. And it's going to be tricky. It's going to be sometimes even uncomfortable having to be over the camera and then you see other people. It might get a bit awkward. But I do say that, it's all about your course and you're there for a reason. You're there to study. So just keep your head down, focus on that. And then maybe for your second year or your third year even, you will be able to meet these people that you're working with. And just keep your head up. I know it can get a bit stressful. I know at home, the whole home situation, sometimes it gets a bit boring, but it'll be fine. We'll get through that.
And Cheyenne, let's hear from you.
I'm going to pass down some of the advice that was given to me. My mum told me that as long as I know in my heart that I've done well, I am happy with what I've done. I know that I can get somewhere from the results that I've gotten, then you should be happy. Obviously, not all colleges are going to accept. They might not have space. Some of your subjects you won't be able to do, but you just have to find that college that's perfect for you. There's friends everywhere. There's always time to make friends. There's always time to meet people. But as long as you know that you're focused on your education and it's going in the right way, that you want it, even though if you didn't get into the college that you exactly wanted to do, there's always another college around the corner. You can strive to do what you want to do as long as you know in your heart.
Never said. The two of you are such inspirational speakers. I will probably invite you back on the show to talk a bit later in the year, because you're great. You have positive moves and you've done so well. You've done so well, but you talk so well and eloquently and have that push. And thank you ever so much. I know we strained you because I was trying to get you in a bit earlier, and I know we strained you, but thank you. It was worth the wait. Thank you ever so much. Jasmine and Cheyenne, I thank you. Best of luck with all that you do. And Cheyenne, I need to hear from you that I can say it perhaps on next week's show that you got in. Because everyone's going to say, yeah, we want to hear from her. Did she get in? So I need you to contact us and say, I got into that college or university or whatever. I need to hear that so that everyone can know and feel regarded that she's such a fighter and she did get in. Of
course, thank you.
Yeah?
I will let you know.
Nice one. Ladies, nice one. Bye. Oh, gosh, isn't this so great to talk to the youths? It's absolutely fantastic. We got to keep that going on. It's about the young ones that matter. They are people for tomorrow. This is it. Wakanda. We're taking a break right now. £5,794. Choice FM raised, and that was this afternoon. I bet it's a lot more now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to swing back. I'm going to give you the whole histrionics of this thing now. Choice FM started and resumed and broadcasted from Trinity Gardens in Brixton. It was the 31st of May 2001, and this is legal. This was a legal station. It's legal. It's all right. They've got the most people. Look at that. Look at that going on. The old one. And it was really only broadcast in South London. The first FM was 96.9. That's the remit. But everybody fought to get a black radio station on to talk about what's happening in the black community, as well as the music in the black community. It's meant to be shared. It's meant to be all right. And it was, and they got it. So that was our remit. It's about giving out to the black community. From then we went on wider, 107.1. This is the stretch of London. Huge. But that took its time to happen. What we're talking about is a small group of people who came together and said, let's get this going on. And it happened. There was a struggle. It was never meant to look as if it was really going to last the path. But hey ho, it did. I want to go back to, they're going to say it, not me. I went down and I met them all because I should have gone with the walk and I couldn't because I'm ill. Starting off with Daddy Ernie. So here we go. This is at the point we've got to our second destination, and that is Borough High Street. Here we go. Here we go. This is the walkathon. Look at what's happening here. We're now in the second spot. We are at Borough High Street.
Yes.
And who's the guy that created everything? Ernie, tell us all your thoughts and why you felt that this should happen.
No, this had to happen. It was ordained for it to happen, right? When you Google Choice, I wasn't getting enough information. I was getting no information at all. I said, and these people are very good at wiping out our history. And I said, no, that's not going to happen. So my learned friend Wayne, who gets all the money, the last man standing at Choice, now the original Choice team, I called him out. I said, Wayne, we got to get a blue plaque up, da-di-da-di-da-di-da. And it so happens we was very fortunate. I won't really, because the person probably don't want me to let you know this, but it's very fortunate when we went back to the building, we got the permission to put the blue plaque on the building, so that made it even easier. And we've just gone on from there, and it's been amazing that the people them has kind of gravitated to what we've been doing. And today we're doing this walk not only for the Choice FM plaque, but also for the African Caribbean Leukemia Trust. Whatever we raise from here on in goes to them with some of the money that we've got left from the plaque. So it's amazing. The sun was out. It's got a lot cooler now. We got someone who's done the marathon twice, so she's guiding us through. And we got water. We got lollipop. Loads of sweets. And we're going to get there. We're going to go on to Leicester Square now. And then from Leicester Square, we're going home. We're going home back to Trinity Gardens. So it's all good.
Tell us about the actual ceremony when we're talking about putting the plaque up, the date of that, and let's also talk about the money raised so far.
Well, so far at the last look, I think we was about £5,400 and odd pound. You know that the GoFundMe page, they're going to take their little percentage out of it, but we're over the amount that we're supposed to have. So that's all great, and money's coming in as we're doing the walk. We're getting people to play.
What's that's going on there? I don't know what happened there. What happened there? I don't know. We was looking at it. Let's do the choice there. What happened there? And we stopped. We have stopped for a little while, maybe getting some more things in it. I don't know. Can I just say it's 5,000 now, 700. Let me see, this 740. Well, that was about an hour ago. An hour and a half ago. And now it's probably a lot more. Remembering the fact that African Caribbean Leukemia Trust is an initiative just created for a good cause to help our own people. You need a bone marrow transport. You cannot have that from anyone else but your own people. So we need more people getting into it. Let's introduce someone else who's going to give us a bit more about what this initiative is about. I'm emotional here right now, and I've got one of the spur heads. I mean, he has led the way with Ernie and also with Wayne to make this happen. His name is Jay, Martin Jay. My gosh, it's quite emotional here. We've heard emotional speeches here. How important has this been for you to spearhead the Blue Plaque, to help the ACLT, one of the biggest campaigns Choice FM ran as well, and also to keep the memory alive?
I think firstly, keeping the memory alive is the most important thing. I know when Ernie started this, I was very much involved in the West Indies being over here. So I wasn't involved in all the conversations that were going on. And I messaged him because I know what Ernie's like. I said, Ernie, as the West Indies go, I'm on it. He said, all right, Martin, all right, no problem. So as soon as they finished their tour, I got involved in it. I thought it'd be a good idea to actually have something that we could use to promote fundraising. And I thought, why don't we do a symbolic walk? You know, let's walk to Borough High Street. Let's then walk on to Leicester Square, and then let's go home. Yeah, Trinity Gardens is our home. That's where we were born, and that's where we'd like to lay that tombstone, if you like. You know, that's where we'd like our memory, to our legacy, to end up. So hopefully, if these guys decide to leave, we'll continue to walk and get to Trinity Gardens at some time before Christmas. With regards to the ACLT, even after Choice FM, I'm proud to say that I've walked for them every year. And so when COVID-19 came and we got the email saying that there's not going to be an ACLT walk this year, it kind of hurt me a little bit. So Bev and Orin, I decided, well, we're going to do something about that, and here we are walking. So that's very, very emotional for me as well. ACLT is a charity that is one of that's the one I support the most. Obviously, it started back in '96 when they founded the charity. I remember Beverly and Oren being in the lift with Daniel. We were at the Voice Awards, somewhere up in London.
We've got to let the viewers know, because when you say you use those names, Oren, Beverly and Daniel, we've got to say what it was about. The ACLT was set up by the parents of Daniel DeGale. He's a young boy that needed a replacement. He needed a donor, and it was a search for it. You cannot get any other person apart from your own race to donate. And so we started with them coming to Choice, and we built up this huge campaign to get more black, African and Caribbean people to donate their blood to see if there could be a match. And it went worldwide. Sadly, Daniel died, not through he got the donor, he got the match, but sadly he died. But the campaign lives on. We need more people from our community to donate.
Thank you, Pam. So let's go back, 96, I think it was 97. I'm in a hotel in the centre of London. I get into the lift, Bev's there, Oren's there, Daniel's there, and Bev goes, oh, you're Martin J. You're nothing like what I expected you to be like. And up to this day, 23 years later, she's never told me what she meant. So it's still a secret. But I think the ACLT is all about us helping ourselves. Today, the Choice FM family is about us helping ourselves. So they correlate in that way. And I'm really, really happy just to be part of this. And thank you very much indeed to everyone that's donated.
So far, over 5,000. You went for that figure. It's over that. It's probably going to get more before we get to our plaque day, the ceremony day. How are you feeling about that? Still donate, give them now.
Yeah. Go to GoFundMe. The easiest way, just search Choice FM. The blue plaque will come up, and donate. Any small donation can help. I've heard people say, why would we donate when they Choice sold? This is not about Choice directors.
Don't get into the politics.
It's not about Choice directors, it's about Choice family. Yeah, we're doing this for ourselves, and we're going to lay the plaque. Yeah, so I want to clarify that, because it's not no institution thing. Ernie, myself, the people that you can see doing this walk, and many other people just have a love and affection for what Choice FM did to their lives, and that's why we're doing this. And that's why I say to you, keep donating. Let's get that figure up. The more money we raise now is the more money that goes to the ACLT. So it's a win-win situation.
Every time, Martin, I wish you well for sorry I can't join you. I've got the show to do later on live, but this is all going to be there on it. So once again, Choice FM, hashtag Choice FM Blue Plaque. Go fund me. We still need to raise.
Thank you very much.
governments as well pushing everybody to try and get involved and to try and raise money, not just for the Blue Plaque, but also for the African Caribbean Leukemia Trust, is a chap by the name of Wayne Turney. He's the biggest voice. He's not on the radio. He wasn't a presenter, but the biggest voice in Choice FM, always has been. Sales director. Let me talk to you, my squire, how you've done. What was it that empowered you? It's simple to say, but please tell the viewers.
Empowered me to help out with today, to talk today. I think that choice is an important thing. I think choice is really important for community. I think it's important for Black British music, and I think it's important for the future generations to come to have something, even if it's a Blue Plaque, just something that they can look at to realise that what black people have had in the past, and maybe what we haven't got now. You know, that a seed was actually planted, and our generation kind of didn't make it grow any further. Hopefully future generations will get inspiration from it to make that plant grow into a massive oak tree that can spawn different types of black music. You know, I think it's a little bit easier now. You know, when Choice started off, it was the only platform. There was nobody else. Now there's a variety of different platforms that people can go to. But Choice was the original, legal, black music platform, you know, and I think it's important that it's recognised and people understand what it actually did, because Choice should never have survived. You know, in the thing that I said Choice was born disabled, and, you know, everybody wrote it off, and it should not have survived the way it survived. It should not have walked, but it ran faster than Usain Bolt and further than Mo Farah. And it, you know, but then eventually it did pass away. And this Blue Plaque is the headstone for it. It's something that we can go and we can look at and we can say, wow, this is what we achieved. And let's do more of it. Let's have more. Let's have more. Let's have a greater future.
Thank you.
That's my speech for the day.
Thank you, Wayne. Oh my gosh, this is kind of getting emotional right here. So we're going to cut for a moment. Absolutely amazing. We have got one of the main directors. He has joined us here, Borough High Street, second home of Choice FM. He is Neil Kenlock. He's a photographer for. He's going to come on our show later in the year, Personified, and he's still taking pictures and what have you. But I have to say to you, Neil, thank you ever so much. You're coming here. How important do you think the whole of this is?
Absolutely important that we should meet each other and communicate, also to inspire young people that didn't know that they will have a chance in the world. Look at us. We're all here now together, producing, inspirational, and all that. It's so great.
Keeping the name alive, Choice FM, having that Blue Plaque, that means what to you?
Oh, it means a great deal, because it says that we have opportunities, and we also talk with our people, we link with our friends, we plan things, because only we can do those, because nobody's going to do it for us. So it's really something inspiring and something good, particularly for young people.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you for joining us here today, and you're one of the second directors that have come here. And, you know, being a black radio station, when I say black, I mean black owned is all about that. Can you ever envisage that they could be another, if you will, Choice FM that could break them up?
I love Choice FM. I love the idea of Choice FM. I really sometimes pray that it will come back. Because what Choice FM did was so important for us, for the community, for young people, and also to create revenue, you know, which we haven't done yet. So we need to do another choice, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm happy to invest in it, because it was so important. Yeah, so that's it. We need to work harder, and we need to get our own license. I mean, the other day I asked for a license, and the government said no, they're not giving me anything.
What reasons did they have?
Well, they just said they don't want to give me. They're not going to tell me what, but it's not going to happen. So what I'll have to do now, I'll have to go around London and pick up all the black member of parliament and get them to do something. But we need it. We absolutely need it for our community. Most other community have their own radio station, but we don't have one, for whatever reason. And then say, oh, why did you sell yours? Is this not a capitalist society? You can buy and sell. Why when we buy and sell, we're punished? which is incredible.
Okay, so we're looking forward to that. Neil Kenlock said it. Let's go for our own. Let's do it again. And he's going to go and hop and lobby the black MPs and what have you. Let's see what happens there. Neil Kenlock, thank you ever so much. And you're going to be joining at least a little bit of the walk there. And what can we say for the last thing to say for young people? Keep going. Keep straight up.
Absolutely. Keep going. Never give up. Always work. Always be honest. Always do positive things.
They're said. We're out.
Bye, bye. Take it easy now. Bye-bye, Chase. All right.
Thank you. Wow. It was actually emotional. I mean, couldn't be caught on camera, but actually it was rather emotional at the sides and things like that. And some people didn't want to come on and talk to me, rather cheerful and things. But can I say it was a good gesture by people that just felt that they show their face and come in and do something. We were stopped by people, even where we was in Borough High Street. What? Oh yeah, Choice FM. What? But anyway, it's all good. Let's go further than this and hear what you just heard, what Neil Kenlock said and what he's trying to do. And let us get in that. And we were talking beyond the camera. We were talking about certain things and something's going to happen. So watch this space. All right, let's have a little break. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do now, we're going to talk to you about the winners of the Dalgety Teas competition. We've got two. Jackie Heath from Kilburn and Maliqua Roberts from Wembley. Well done to you both for that. Let me give a question. Here we are. Should have been listening. What was the year Choice FM first broadcast? The year. I don't care for the month or the date, but the year Choice FM, look at that. Lovely taste. The year that Choice FM first broadcast, what was the year? Ernie said it. I think another one said it as well, but it doesn't matter. Google, get it on, and you could get in yourself that. Now, we want to say thank you to all the best wishes. You don't keep doing this, but you need to come on board and let us quote your names. And let us quote your names and say thank you for that, because I think people think we're pretending. So, at least put your names on, and get on and say, you lot are doing great, keep it up and whatever, because, we can say it out. But keep sending those lovely messages through. We love you for that. Now, we want to say to you that keep on tune with us. We're there on the Lifestyle YouTube, Lifestyle Show TV, Instagram, Lifestyle TV Show, Facebook. We got Lifestyle on Ben, Lifestyle on Ben. And watch the whole thing. Ben TV, Sky Channel 458. It's on Friday, 10 a.m. till noon. Following Monday, 5 p.m. till 7. We just want to say, keep donating. I want to say keep, and this, they're not going to say stop talking. Keep donating. Choice FM, Blue Plug, and fund African Caribbean Leukemia Trust. Keep going for that, please. We need that highlighted. And also, when we have the following week's show, we're going to probably hopefully we're going to get Ernie back on to talk about this. Ernie's asked me to do one thing. Also, and I have to do this rather remarkable thing. I put this thing down. I've got to show the t-shirt. Stay there for a moment. Now, in the first instance, I've got to show the whole thing of the t-shirt. It says, as you can read it, DJ Daddy Ernie. Of course it does. But he said to me, Pam, I beg you do, can you say who it's come from? So it's Trisha K. Trisha K. T-R-I-S-H-A capital K. Trisha K Creations at .co.uk. If you want to email her, it's info@trishakcreations.co.uk. That's it. He wanted me to do this, and I've done it. And Ernie, because Ernie's rather vicious, because he will come to my home. He knows where I live, and tell me, Pam, you didn't, because of the t-shirt. But I loved it. And you know what? I was walking with him for a little bit. People say, "Oh, that t-shirt, what's your t-shirt from? Daddy Ernie." Well, actually, there's Daddy Ernie. What was that, Daddy Ernie? It was all crazy. Anyway, it's good. So what we're going to do, we're going to round up with, and I know that my lovely sister has got a few tracks for us because Anthony's not here. So I've got my lovely lady also going to round up a few tracks. We had the sisters. They're called Sun Divas. They're great. I interviewed them too years and years ago, and they're doing fantastic. We're going to start with that, and then we're just going to roll with whatever tracks that suits you. But that is the end of the show. I want to thank everybody. I want to say my thanks to Dargetti Teas. I want to say my thanks to Henrietta Film Productions. And of course, it can't be never said. Yeah, when we talk about Hazel, I'm going to say her name straight. She hates it. I still say it's Hazel Jordan. That makes the show work as well. Hazel Jordan, thank you ever so much. And we're talking about Tamaray Event Designers. Yeah, Tamaray Event Designers. Thank you ever so much. We will see you in the morrows. That's next week. That's what I mean. So we're going to start off with Sun Divers. Sisters, take care and blessed.
An experience, I'm feeling magnificent. When the dance goes through my chest, I'm overwhelmed delirium. This feeling magnificent. M-A-G-N-I-F-I-C-E-N-T, that's how I feel. My heart is bubbling, 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 and I speak up. Bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. M-A-G-N-I-F-I-C-E-N-T, that's how I feel. My heart is bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Troubles for a little while, and no matter what it costs, you're worth every dime. Beauty, beauty, beautiful, wonder, wonder, wonderful. Feel so I'll have strength like friends on my side, my cup with my eyes. I'll be hot like fire, raise the temperature. When the thirst goes through my chest, it is an experience. I'm feeling magnificent. When the dance goes through my chest, I'm overwhelmed delirium. This feeling magnificent. M-A-G-N-I-F-I-C-E-N-T, that's how I feel. My heart is bubbling, 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 and I speak up. Bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. M-A-G-N-I-F-I-C-E-N-T, that's how I feel. My heart is bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Body jumping, bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. I tell all my friends about you. Now they look and make it perfect. No need to exaggerate about your reputation. I say I'm in love with you with no hesitation. You make me sit down on the rhythm, make me sit down on the bass like beauty, beauty, beautiful, wonder, wonder, wonderful. Feel so
thus far. But then I caught you playing games with my heart. Had these other people come tear us apart. Should've left your ass in the street, no doubt. But I never mind the drama. Ignore my mama, threw away the warning signs. Jaded by the ray of light in your eyes. So focused on your loving, big money stacking, swagger got me dripping. Should've known better, but somehow I still stay. 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 Trapped in a dangerous circle with no trust. I know you saw my missed call light up. You could've just told me where you were. Stupid mind games, you really playing me with your charm. Knowing what to say just to give birth. You know you frustrate me with your lies. But I never mind the drama. I ignore my mama, threw away the warning signs. Jaded by the ray of light in your eyes. So focused on your loving, big money stacking, swagger can be dripping, yeah. Should've known better, but somehow I still stay.
Speeding doing 95 on 95. Speeding doing 95 on 95. It's 2 in the morning. You know I'm tipsy from this alcohol. Halfway to fading. I'm having visions of your pillow. Yeah, your bed is where I wanna fall. You know it feels amazing. That's when I go crazy.